Today we are going through every single class in Animal Hospital on Roblox. Each class comes with unique starting sanity, inventory capacity, and passive abilities. Some are designed for safe front desk work, while others excel at fast-paced patient treatment or active defense against monsters. This means you could be playing an excellent class but find it absolutely mid just because you are using it wrong. So, hey everyone, it's Blaxie, and let's get started. The Intern Class is the default starter character that everyone gets when they load into the clinic. The best thing about this character is that they are completely free, meaning you do not have to spend a single animal coin to unlock them. Even though they cost nothing, they actually start with a really nice sanity buffer. At level 1, you get a 10% bonus to your starting sanity, so you begin with 71% instead of the usual 61% that other players get. Upgrading the intern to level 2 brings that starting sanity up to 76%, and reaching level 3 lets you walk into the hospital with 81% sanity. On the bad side, you start with no cash, empty pockets, and 0 active abilities. You are basically entering the hospital with empty hands. In a casual match, that extra sanity is great because you can easily skip drinking coffee or eating chocolate early on, letting your teammates grab those resources instead. Since you do not have a locked-in job, you are the most flexible teammate on the team. If someone is already working the secretary desk, you can run to the back and look after the patient ward. If your friends are running around the back clinic as doctors, you can jump over to the front desk and check in incoming guests. For players trying to grind animal coins, the intern is a safe way to learn how the map works, but their overall coin rate is pretty average since they do not have tools or speed buffs to help you finish medical treatments any faster. Pushing into high shift matches can get pretty tough because you have no defensive weapons like tasers or guns to protect yourself when monsters start chasing you. Since you have the default carry capacity of 3, you will have to run back and forth a lot to grab medicine unless you buy pocket upgrades at the shop. The nurse is the absolute cheapest character you can buy in the lobby shop, costing a tiny 20 animal coins, which you can easily get after just a few successful shifts. She starts the game with 60 to 65% sanity and 0 starting dollars. Her main gimmick is her passive perk, which gives you extra inventory space. At level 1, you get 1 extra pocket slot, which gives you 4 spaces total. Upgrading her to level 2 gives you 2 extra slots, and hitting level 3 gives you a massive 3 extra slots, letting you carry 6 items at once. Having 6 slots means you can hold twice the amount of maximum medicines needed for a full patient treatment, so in theory, you can treat at the very least 2 patients in a single trip in casual matches. The nurse is pretty decent if your only goal is running around and healing sick animals in the back rooms. Since you have those huge pockets at level 3, you do not have to walk back and forth as much to grab medical supplies. However, this ability loses a lot of value because of the hospital shop computer. During a shift, you can buy carry capacity pocket upgrades for just 100 in-game dollars. In-game cash is incredibly easy to make, and once you buy those pocket upgrades a couple of times, any normal character gets the exact same inventory space as the nurse. That means you are basically playing as a normal intern who got a cheap pocket upgrade for free, making her perk feel kind of pointless. When it comes to grinding animal coins or surviving those crazy high shifts, the nurse really struggles. She has no built-in defensive weapons to protect herself when monsters start hunting you down the hallways. She also lacks any kind of sanity regeneration to keep her mind clear during long, stressful runs. Even without her pocket perk, other classes can easily treat multiple patients just by running back and forth, which only takes a few extra seconds. The secretary is an absolute steal in the shop, costing only 120 animal coins. You can easily grind this much by finishing about 10 shifts, which usually takes around 1 full game. When you load into a match, you start with 60 to 65% sanity at level 1, which bumps up to 65 to 70% at level 2 and 70 to 75% at level 3. Unlike some other basic classes, you actually spawn with 20 starting dollars in your pocket, though you do not get any starting items or weapons. Her specialty is her passive trick where you recover 1 sanity point every single time you check in a patient at the front desk. Upgrading to level 2 and 3 gives you that same check-in sanity recovery, plus a permanent 5 and 10% starting sanity bonus. Playing casually with the secretary is incredibly chill because your entire job is staying safe in the front reception office. While your teammates are screaming and running around the back rooms looking for herbs, you just sit at your desk and click the check-in button. You can screen patients to spot glitching mimics and deny their entry to keep the hospital safe. The absolute best part of this class is that you can completely farm infinite sanity. Once the hospital beds are totally full, any guest that walks in turns into a normal visitor. You can stamp their paperwork, get your free sanity points, and watch them walk away. Because you recover sanity so quickly just by doing your job, you can leave all the coffee and chocolate in the lobby for your teammates who actually have to run around. For grinding animal coins, this is the most brain-dead easy method in the game because you earn coins quickly without doing any of the hard patient work. When you push into high shifts, staying at the desk keeps your mind clear and makes you practically immune to random sanity events. And you can buy lobby shop upgrades like faster printers and extra windows to speed up your stamp loop. She performs almost as well as the 900 coin doctor, but costs a tiny fraction of the price. If you want a cheap, high stability character that lets you ignore the coffee machines and focus on keeping your team alive from the safety of the front desk, this is the very first class you should unlock. The Paramedic class costs 250 animal coins in the lobby shop, which will take you about 20 successful shifts of grinding to unlock. When you spawn into the hospital, you start with a pretty low 60 to 65% sanity, and absolutely zero starting dollars. Your only starting equipment is a speed item called the Large Run Cola. At level 1, your speed cola has 6 uses, which bumps up to 9 uses at level 2. Once you upgrade this class to level 3, the cola stays at 9 uses, but it actually regenerates 1 use at the start of every single round. This speed boost is pretty neat on paper, but you start with no weapons, no extra pockets, and no actual healing tools, meaning you are entering the building with empty hands other than your drink. For casual games, playing Paramedic is actually pretty fun, because you can sprint down the halls to manage the chaotic backrooms. If a crisis happens like dangerous tendrils growing on patients or a death ritual spawning in, you can chug your cola and run over to fix the problem before everything gets out of hand. Sadly, when it comes to farming animal coins, this class is not great. The speed boost only changes how fast you run, but it does not speed up your actual patient treatment progress bars. That means your overall coin making rate stays very average. It is a big disappointment because cheap options like the secretary make coins way faster and easier. Surviving high shifts is also incredibly hard with this character. You do not have any passive sanity regeneration or defensive weapons like tasers to protect yourself from stalking monsters. Once your temporary speed drinks are gone, you are just a normal character with low sanity who easily loses their mind. Spending 250 coins on a temporary speed boost that has 0 actual survival helper perks is a bad deal, making this class a total trap for new players. The Psychologist class is a mid-tier character that you can unlock for 500 animal coins in the lobby shop. Saving up this much cash is going to take you around 25 to 30 successful shifts of grinding. When you spawn into the hospital, you start with a full 100% sanity but 0 starting dollars in your pockets, and you do not get any starting items or weapons. His passive level 1 perk is really weird because it doubles all sanity effects, both the positive ones and the negative ones. That means drinking a cup of coffee recovers 30 sanity instead of the usual 15. You also recover twice as much sanity when you successfully treat patients or finish a surgery in the back rooms. However, the double sanity drain applies to bad things too, meaning standing near fires or getting hit by an enemy will instantly chunk double your sanity. While you get a tiny passive point to help balance out the double job stress, your safety net in real matches is basically cut in half. Upgrading this class to level 2 gives you a tiny 7.5% chance to completely ignore any sanity loss. Pushing him to level 3 only bumps that ignore chance up to a weak 15%. In casual matches, playing the Psychologist is a massive risk and feels way too stressful because you are always one mistake away from losing your mind. You can sometimes get lucky during rainy weather since the rain naturally heals you, letting you survive without drinking any coffee. But for grinding animal coins, this class is a complete waste of time because avoiding monsters in this game is impossible. When stalkers, hiders, mimics, or bed monsters attack you in the dark hallways, your sanity will completely vanish. High shift runs are an absolute nightmare with this class because taking double damage means you will quickly fail the shift. The tiny 15% ignore chance at level 3 is just way too low to save you when the hospital gets chaotic. Spending 500 coins just to give yourself a massive double damage debuff is a total noob move. The Doctor is one of the most expensive classes you can buy in the game, costing a pretty heavy 900 animal coins in the lobby shop. You will need to grind through about 45 to 60 shifts to save up enough coins for this character, which can feel like a massive chore. When you load into a match at level 1, you start with a normal 60 to 65% sanity and 0 starting dollars, and you do not get any starting items or weapons. His main trick is a passive ability where you recover 1 sanity point every time you heal a patient in the back rooms. Upgrading him to level 2 keeps that sanity recovery and gives you a nice 15 bonus sanity, while level 3 gives you a 20 point sanity bonus, bringing your starting sanity cushion up to 80 to 85%. In casual play, the Doctor is awesome if you love being in the middle of the action and treating sick animals. Instead of standing at the front desk, you are running around the back rooms, diagnosing illnesses, grabbing medicine from cabinets, and patching up patients. Since you recover sanity directly from healing people, you do not have to keep running back to the coffee machine to keep your mind clear during long shifts. For high shifts, having that big sanity pool at level 3 gives you a great safety cushion to survive when the hospital gets chaotic and monsters start spawning. It is a very safe, comfortable, and reliable way to play without constantly losing your mind. But when it comes to farming animal coins, the Doctor has a massive problem that makes him a bad purchase. Even though his stats are good, he is basically a clone of the Secretary class. The Secretary costs only 120 coins, which is a tiny fraction of the Doctor's price. While you have to run around, fetch meds, and wait for treatment bars to heal patients as the Doctor, the Secretary just sits safely at the front desk and gets the exact same sanity recovery by clicking a button. Spending 900 coins on the Doctor when the Secretary is way cheaper and easier to play makes no sense. The Firefighter is the star of the recent Hazmat update, and you can unlock this class for 1,100 animal coins in the lobby shop. Spawning in, you start with 72% sanity and 0 starting dollars, but you get a unique portable fire extinguisher as your starting item. The absolute best thing about this extinguisher is that it recharges its own charges passively in your pockets, meaning you never have to run back to the wall charger when you are busy. At level 1, you also get a permanent +1 to your maximum inventory capacity, giving you 4 slots right away. Upgrading to level 2 lets you recover 1 sanity point every time you put out a fire, and reaching level 3 makes you completely immune to sanity drain from standing near flames while adding 10 extra sanity to your starting pool. For casual games, this class is an absolute blast because your self-charging extinguisher acts like a multi-tool to counter half the hazards in the hospital. You can clear out spreading fires, green slime on the floor, standard ghosts, and even those annoying hiders that sneak up on you in the dark halls without wasting any of your team's ammo. If your main goal is strictly grinding animal coins, your earnings will be pretty average because you do not have any tools or abilities that speed up the normal patient healing process. However, when you are pushing into those crazy high shifts, the firefighter unlocks a hilarious meta strategy called fire skipping. You can intentionally let hospital rooms catch fire so patients fainted from the heat. Since you are immune to fire damage, you can just walk right into the roaring flames, pick up the fainted patients, and throw them straight into the trash can. This completely skips the annoying treatment process and saves you a massive amount of time. Even though throwing patients in the trash spawns ghosts, you can easily blast them away with your self-charging extinguisher. While 1,100 coins is a decent amount of grinding, the crazy utility of a self-recharging extinguisher and the fire-skipping trash can trick make this character an elite pick. It might not be a traditional moneymaker, but it is easily the most comfortable and low-stress way to survive high shifts without constantly losing your mind. The security class is one of the pricier options in the lobby, setting you back a hefty 1,250 animal coins, which takes about 60 to 80 shifts to grind out. When you spawn in, you start with a decent 20 starting dollars in your pocket and a normal sanity pool of 60 to 65% sanity. Instead of entering the hospital empty-handed, you spawn with some of the most overpowered equipment in the entire game. At level 1, you get an X-Taser with 5 uses to defend your team from any threats. Once you hit level 2, you also get a deployable camera added to your inventory. Level 3 makes things even better because your taser passively recovers 1 charge at the start of every single round. Playing casual matches as security is incredibly fun because you get to act as the hospital's personal bodyguard. Your X-Taser allows you to shock and instantly kick out annoying, slow-healing patients who are clogging up your hospital rooms, and the game does not penalize your score for doing it. This class used to be an amazing coin-grinding option until very recent update when the devs nerfed the number of visitor and patient allowed in each shift. Since you spawn with a free deployable camera, you save 600 in-game dollars that other players have to waste at the shop computer. You can place this camera literally anywhere, like right next to a patient's bed to check for anomalies whenever you want, or put it near the check-in area to watch both windows at the same time. While some other classes have to wait for slow scanners to recharge, your deployable camera has 0 cooldown, making it the absolute best anomaly detector in the game. Having a taser that regenerates ammo every round means you always have a way to defend yourself and your friends when the hospital gets crowded with stalking monsters. It costs a lot of coins, but the massive head start from spawning with a taser and a camera makes it worth every single coin. The head nurse is one of the 2 premium characters in the game that you have to buy with real-life Robux. Her price usually sits around 190 Robux, though it can change anywhere from 80 to 240 Robux depending on your regional shop pricing and discounts. Spawning in as the head nurse, you start the game with a decent $30 in your pockets. For your starting sanity health, you begin with 61 to 65% sanity at level 1, which bumps up to a much safer 71 to 75% at levels 2 and 3. Her starter passive perks are all about massive pocket space. At level 1, you get 3 extra inventory slots right away, letting you carry a total of 6 items at the same time. Level 2 stacks that inventory space with a 10% sanity bonus. Once you upgrade her to level 3, she gets her best perk called the Special Technique upgrade. This technique is a massive cheat code because it lets you cure a patient by applying all their necessary medications in one single click, completely skipping the annoying manual matching process as long as you have the items in your bag. For casual matches, playing as the head nurse is incredibly satisfying because you can act as the ultimate support player for your squad. While other classes have to slowly match and apply each medicine one by one, your level 3 special technique lets you speedrun the patient ward with 0 effort. If you are looking to grind animal coins, however, this class is a pretty terrible choice. Her entire design is made for helping teammates, meaning she has virtually 0 utility for grinding coins. Pushing into high shifts is a bit of a mixed bag. She does not spawn with any defensive weapons like a taser or gun to fight off scary monsters when they hunt you in the hallways. But she is still incredibly helpful for high shifts because she can easily clear out the entire patient ward before you even finish checking in at the front desk, which keeps your team's overall panic levels low. Even though she costs real money, her insane speed healing ability at level 3 makes her an elite support pick that completely changes how you manage the back rooms of the hospital. The surgeon is the absolute most expensive character you can buy with your normal animal coins, costing a massive 2,500 coins in the lobby shop. He looks like a brown moose with yellow face patterns and a blue medical cap, but those looks do not help you win matches. Saving up for this character will take you forever, which is a huge chore if you do not have a ton of cash lying around. When you spawn in, you get 35 starting dollars in your pockets, which is the highest starting cash of any coin class. Your sanity health starts at a standard 60 to 65% at levels 1 and 2, but hitting level 3 gives you a bonus that brings you up to 70 to 75% sanity. For starting gear, you do not get any special items, but you do get an interesting passive perk. Every single time you heal a patient in the back rooms, you recover 1 sanity point and get a temporary 4-second speed boost. Upgrading to level 2 makes that speed boost last for 8 seconds. Once you reach level 3, you recover 2 sanity points instead of 1 when you heal someone. In a casual match, playing Surgeon can be pretty fun, because you get a free speed boost that acts just like drinking a rum cola. You can run around the back rooms patching up sick animals, and the speed boost helps you zip over to the next patient bed. This class is more of a niche class, and would be really helpful for anyone who usually does multiplayer speedrun and wants to focus on the patient ward. The Secret Agent is the most premium character in the game, costing you real-life money because you have to buy him with Robux. His price usually sits around 890 Robux, though it can change anywhere from 360 to over 1,000 Robux depending on where you live. When you load into a shift, you start the round with 65% sanity and 50 starting dollars in your pockets, which is amazing pocket money. Unlike other classes that start empty-handed, you spawn with some of the most overpowered starting gear, including a gun with 20 uses, a multi-use anomaly scanner, and a permanent +2 to your carry capacity, letting you hold 5 items at level 1. Upgrading your agent to level 2 boosts your gun capacity to 24 shots and lets you passively regenerate 1 bullet at the start of every round. Once you grind this class up to level 3, shooting and defeating anomalies with your gun actually rewards you with 4 sanity points and 5 extra dollars for every single kill. For casual gameplay, the Secret Agent is incredibly fun and safe because having a gun right at the start means you can easily deal with any annoying monsters trying to ruin your shift. Your anomaly scanner is also a massive helper because you can scan sick patients to quickly see if they are normal or actually a tricky mimic trying to sneak inside. The scanner has a really slow cooldown of 2 minutes to keep it balanced, but there is an awesome secret trick where you can scan a ghost to scare it away instantly. Doing this does not consume any of your scanner charges, and it saves you from wasting your precious bullets or taser ammo when the hospital gets crowded. Pushing into high shifts is where this character starts to struggle a bit because you do not have any special sanity regeneration or healing tools to speed up patient treatments, meaning you are still vulnerable if you get cornered by monsters without ammo. Spending real-life Robux is a big decision, but the elite defense and crazy coin-grinding power make this class worth the purchase for any serious player. That is all for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about these classes. Which one is worth buying and which one is not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Animal Hospital, and I will see you guys in the next video.